15 seconds. Let's start creating a new world. Histories of cupidity and determination. I want to go for a while here, so I'm thinking about 500 years. I want a lot of civs, I think. High number of sites. I don't really... Maybe we'll just have high savagery, and we're still gonna have rare minerals. Go. You're hanging in there, got a fair bit of work you gotta grind out. Got a commission on some emotes and a channel logo, and you have to do a bunch of coding for your capstone project? Well, I'll give you a woohoo for that. A woohoo! In the midwinter of 75, the Tenebris Papers constructed Merged Room. In the early spring of 85, the Thorn of Gilding defeated the Allied demons. Mid-spring of 110, the Hill Titan Atha Peltwash the Heliotrope routed the Society of Blocking of the Empire of Fame and destroyed Crestbuckled. There's a couple of like distinct islands here. So like this is one territory down here. This one seems to go all the way from up there down to here. So this is one major landmass. First paid work in months. Well, good luck. The other thing about that reclaim I was adventuring through yesterday, there was apparently some lava overflowing in there, so like I started venturing down. I'm like, oh, there's lava everywhere, and then I started going back up. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get back out of here, but I needn't have worried. It was fine. Ooh, cursed. Well, I cursed somebody. Somebody was cursed to walk the night. Midsummer of 141, Shusath cursed the human vampire Akmol Tenderfrogs to prowl the night in search of blood in blizzard clocks. Rock Sarah was struck down by a giant chipmunk. I lose more rocks by giant chipmunks than I care to admit. The dragon was struck down. Ozna was struck down by a human in Grooved Claim. The human Eppo assumed the identity the Menace of Defenders. Interesting. Forgotten Beast routed Anu the Noble Weevil. Routed something. Anu the Routed Weevil. The Noble Weevil, rather. The Hill Titan Atha routed the Band of Images. The rock routed the immorality of wax. A human necromancer created a book. The bronze colossus Utost was struck down by a human and Grooved Calmed. I feel like Grooved Calmed has had a lot of big things struck down in it over the ages. The Hydra was struck down by a grizzly bear, Hydra Athrig. I could just read legends, you know? The rising of the sun, natural or supernatural? Bronze Colossus Turu routed the seducer of darkness. The Rock Uzuma routed the Gem of Treasures. The Rockabusum routed the Hex of Prophecies. It was a busy rock. The Dragon Amayi Jade Parches. The Hot Furnaces routed the Incense of Cities. The Rock of Ford Cave routed the Eternal Band of the Kingdom of Neutrality and destroyed Namedor. The Jundal Titan Ica was struck down by a human. The Raga Zunzep routed somebody. The Dragon Limar Brand Furnace, the Diamond Luxury of Fires, routed the Owl of Words. The Rog Zunzep Morning Takes the Right of Raptors, routed the Famous Oil. Bronze Colossus routed somebody. Kind of looks like the big things of the world are not necessarily dying, though I say that, and then the Hydra was struck down by a human. Courage Wax destroyed Spattered Tapered. Coming up on 250 years of history at the moment. We'll take a pause around 250 just to take a look around, see what we got. Hill Titan was struck down by a human. Bronze Colossus As routed the Pink Fellowship.
Bark, bark, bark.
Bark, bark, bark. One of the things I was kind of thinking about yesterday while watching blind streams, he's been playing, like he played 2 like 10 plus hour sessions over the last couple days, and all in the same world, and he's only like 3 months into the world. Like he generated a world up to 300 years and then has been playing it that whole time and really has not advanced the calendar very much. Alright, so this area is very congested with cities and stuff like that. We have a Goblin Fortress up here. Goblin Hillocks. Dwarven Hillocks. Ooh, there's a tomb there. Never been to a tomb. Maybe we need to start in this human area. Human Fort, Goblin Fort, Goblin Fort, Human Fort. The Kobold Monastery. Web Passes. Though that's on a tiny island. I don't know if we'll go there. Okay. Continue. Still in the age of myth. Oh, the rock busts him is causing trouble again. It's like 80 years later. The Plains Titan Rithlet routed somebody. The Rock Adema routed the Steamy Band of the Factional Confederacy. Reflections on Parts. The Secret of Politeness. Useful animals and the climate. Willpower in practice. Never underestimate tides in the sun. The Hill Titan routed the Distant League. Atha Peltwashed. I feel like we saw them earlier. The Evils of Fortune defeated the Birds of Flanking and destroyed Perplex Cactus. The Rock Ford Cave, the Sunny Play, routed the Witch of Reasoning of the Disloyalty of Prisons. The Cradled Evil defeated the Euphoric Tours. Oh, there was a rock that was struck down by a dwarf. Zunzep. Rock busts him, routed somebody. I didn't catch you. The Hydra Moved routed the Leaves of Color of the Dell of Tapering and destroyed Blossom Rises. Castle Tattoos, huh? Brush Titan Smooga routed somebody. Into the year 300 we go. The Future of the Creatures was created in Phrase Rope. Phrase Rope actually created a bunch of stuff. Peak Frames received its name in Catch Pointed from the something. The Warlord, abridged. Can the movement of animals save the world? The Forgotten Beast Ozob routed Bugrolbin. That one's hard to say. So one of the things, you know, after getting horribly lost inside the caverns yesterday, and to a lesser extent getting lost inside that goblin or the abandoned fortress, I do kind of wish I had some sort of like mapping capability so I could keep track of where I've been and where I need to go. Like, it doesn't have to be exact, but I really would like to be able to make my way out after I've gotten myself horribly lost, because like the first goblin I was playing yesterday, I essentially played for 2 hours, but after a while it became I'm kind of inclined to jump off this edge and die, which is what he ended up doing. Hey, Freestop, nice landing. Good job. The Rock Ret Flybud, the Unbridled Clam, routed the Dented Coalition. Oh, Ford Cave, the Sunny Play is still around, routing the doom of noiselessness. The Forest Retreat Book. Forgotten Beast of Basin routed the hugs of fishing of an unknown civilization and destroyed Hate Tick. I feel like Hate Tick wasn't that nice a place to begin with. It was called Hate Tick. Does that sound like a nice place to live? No. I'm seeing a lot about this goblin Dostnagosp. You think you just realized that you may have to rethink how you were going to implement your progression system for Capstone? Sorry to hear that, buddy. You can do it. You can do the thing. A Hydra Moved was struck down by a tiger. I'm actually kind of disappointed to hear about all these Hydras and Forgotten Beasts and Bronze Colossi destroyed by relatively mundane things. Like the one that I found, the Bronze Colossus that was struck down by a giant hamster. I'm like, I can't even look up the giant hamster and see what the giant hamster did. Uh-oh, the human Saiga became obsessed with his own mortality and sought out the secrets of life and death. The Grey Fiend Lat Death Burial created the position of Chief Executioner. Grey Fiend, huh? I'd have to look that one up too. I should have been writing some of these things down because now it's like I'm going to be fumbling around in Legends for a little bit trying to find these things. But, you know, that happens. Oh, the Rock Bustum is still around, routing the Crude Deceiver. Good job, Bustum. Exploring quality. The interpretation of the author. The moon and tides for everyone. Forgotten Beast Bannock was struck down by a dwarf in Bust Vault. Bark, bark, bark. Bark, bark, bark. Coming up on year 400. Take a look at the world, see how things have progressed. Do you know rainfall? Cudgel of Snakes constructed escort glided. There's a fort here called Monkbook. There's a human fort in this Joyous Wilds area. Actually, there's some monasteries and stuff like that in this Joyous Wilds area. Mirthful. That might be interesting to just like wander through. Also, there's some terrifying stuff over here. That might be fun to wander through. Human fort called Demon Veiled. Sounds lovely. Oh, a human tower? Oh, we're gonna try out down here. I know this is separate from the rest of the area, But we are definitely going to try out down there. There's a sinister monastery. These are in the mountains though. I don't know if I can actually get to them. And actually, I don't even know if I can start over here. It can start in Human Hamlets, right? In theory. Wide open spaces over here. It's like the Chicks all over again. Wide open spaces. Doo doo. Did you like my rendition of Wide Open Spaces? Wonder if that Kobold Monastery is still over here. It's kind of looking like no. There's a tomb over here. Was this the tomb that I saw earlier? No. Fair Deserts. Hate Steel. Yeah, so like I think I want to at least check out this area down here because there's plenty of stuff. There's a tomb here too. Plenty of places I can die. Looking for places to kill me. The rock courage waxed, the whirling persuader routed the noiseless council. It's a new rock. I haven't seen that one. The Book of Anatomy. To willpower and glory. We're still in the Age of Myth. I feel like, and this may be just me, I have not seen it come out of the Age of Myth in quite a while. Thanks so much for the follow. I do anonymous follows here, so unless you chat in chat, I won't call you out, but thank you nonetheless. Appreciate the follows. I truly do. We're in the middle of generating a new world right now. We're heading towards year 500. We're gonna adventure as a party after we spend a little bit of time in Legends mode to just kind of get our situation settled. I saw an elf named Dosnagos. That is not the goblin Dosnagosp. Hey, Boxmilk. You enjoyed my streams on YouTube and happened to catch me live. Oh, thanks so much. Thanks for coming over. Yeah, first time chatter. Welcome, welcome. Appreciate you. You dabbled a bit in adventure mode, enjoying the beta? Did you play adventure mode on pre-Steam? Because I've been playing Dwarf Fortress for like 15 years, 12 years, something like that. I've never played adventure mode until it came out on Steam just now. But to be fair, I still have so many things in Fortress mode that I have not done yet that I want to do. Like, I honestly feel like I should go back to Fortress mode until adventure mode is more complete, because like I can do so much in Fort mode that I haven't done yet. You did play pre-Steam, you never played Fortress mode pre-Steam, only adventure. Ah, okay. I don't know that you're the opposite of most players. I think there is a certain faction of faction's the wrong word. A certain group of people who played adventure mode almost exclusively. There's another distinct group of people who almost only played Fortress mode. There are a few people who played both, but I think there was distinctly two groups of people, which, you know, that's fine. And they're very different games. The Farmed Hours Eye? What the heck was that? Human Void Butcher? Oh, we're getting into some necromancer experiences. Ooh, a dragon! It was struck down by a goblin, sadly. You love how both integrate? Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how well they integrate. Like, I had this vision in my head of making a fortress and going over and selecting some people out of there and going adventuring. Or even just like picking people out of history and saying, okay, I want to adventure as these people. And then I found out that that's really not possible. What you can do is adventure as somebody and then go and set up a fort. But I wanted to do the other way around, you know? But I am happy to continue exploring. Excuse me. Coming up on 465, where the Ashen Laces defeated the Scarlet Finders and pillaged Droplet Yawning. Hey, Itanchi. An elf was convicted for a minor crime and was sentenced to years. Ooh, a dwarf Alath became obsessed with his own mortality and sought to extend his life. The Rock Ret. I haven't seen the Rock Ret before. The Goblin Dang Hex Bites. Yeah, those dang Hex Bites. The Wizard's Guide to Button Swords. Can union save the world? No. The Forgotten Beast of Bax, Hell Demon, the Hollow Ruthless Seduction routed the Leafy Fountain. The Rock Atini routed the Mute Menace. Haven't seen the Rock Atini before. Hey, Nimst. Welcome, welcome. The Rock Atini routed the Council of Circumstances of the Kingdom of Neutrality. The Kingdom of Neutrality is going to be killed by this rock. Almost done with World Generation, then we're going to spend a little bit of time in Legends, poking around in there. The Forgotten Beast Nawara fought mines. The Scabrous routed the Seductions of Brilliance. I too have been seduced by brilliance. I was kind of hoping that there would be a new patch updated this morning, just because, I mean, I was optimistic because there was a patch the previous morning. But maybe I'm too early. All right. Play now. Let's go. Let us go. I didn't catch what the world name was. Did anybody? And I'm sure I can figure it out. It's not like I have billions of them. Bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. What's everybody think of the new music? Not that we're listening to it right now. I think it's pretty darn swell. Yeah, I said swell. What of it? Music is lovely. I was trying to describe it to my son, and I said, you know, every single video game I have ever played, from when I was a kid until now, I have turned off after, I don't know, half hour into playing, 20 minutes into playing, whatever. I am 500, 600 hours into this version. I do not plan on turning off the music. And that is about as good a description as how I feel this music is. It is very atmospheric. Dabu and company did a great job. All right, Legends, let us go. Yeah, so we went 500 years. We still only have the Age of Myth. All right, Bustham the Rock here. Associated with hunting the wind in the sky. Started things off early in year 3, becoming an enemy of basically everywhere. Stole a water buffalo horn figurine. Stole a raw cavefish. Stole a honey badger bone amulet, a chestnut ring, an iron ring, a prepared hungry head intestines. Yum. A gray langur bone ring, a chert amulet, a blue peafowl bone ring. This rock has got a thing about random items. A large clear glass gem. Devoured a beak dog. The goblin backs confronted Bustham, and Bustham struck it down. A marlin sweetbread. Devoured another beak dog. Devoured another beak dog. Stole a grizzly bear tooth crown, an elk bird antler amulet, a turkey bone bracelet, and a mussel. Also devoured another beak dog. Apparently beak dog is a fine delicacy for Bustham. A prepared emu heart, a prepared cheetah brain. Yum. The human Thrunny confronted Bustham and was struck down. A prepared slug eye. Yum. Stole a beak dog bone scepter, a llama tripe. Yeah. Prepared wolverine brain, a spore tree figurine. Devoured another beak dog. Struck down a bunch of people. Oh, this rock has quite the kill count. I can already tell. Prepared beak dog intestines. I mean, we're only in the year 200, you know? Stole a snail shell earring, a granite earring, a prepared leopard brain. Devoured 3 more beak dogs. Stole a Mudstone figurine, stole a prepared donkey brain and a prepared beak dog spleen. I mean, could you really blame him stealing the beak dog spleen? A gold ring, a conglomerate amulet, a prepared donkey kidney. Devoured a regular dog and a reindeer cow. It makes me sad that reindeer are not mounts. A dingo bone crown. A cave lobster. Received worship from a whole bunch of elves. Reindeer mounts would be awesome, and there's no reason that I couldn't have it as a mount. Nice landing, free stop. Is that 2 in a row? Woohoo! Nice job. You're really on your game today. Stole a shale scepter, a Mulmarian bone ring, a prepared dog heart, a chert crown, a large moss opal, and received the worship of, oh, I don't know, half the civilization apparently. My goodness. Let's see here. Stole a chopped marlin liver, a reindeer antler amulet, received the worship of basically the rest of civilization. And then more. But not before stealing a prepared giant kestrel brain and a yak horn figurine and a prepared giant rat kidney. Stole a wolf tripe in year 401, a prepared beak dog brain in 408. A black bear tooth bracelet in 414, a beak dog bone amulet in 417, a cave lobster in 418, a rock salt figurine in 420, and then was worshipped by the humans. Then stole a mountain goat hoof crown, a prepared wolf brain, a voracious cave crawler tooth scepter. I want that scepter. Can I have that scepter, please? A lay pewter crown, a snail shell earring. Struck down a bunch of people, devoured a billy goat and a rooster. You monster! The rooster is like your cousin. Also, I still haven't done an adventure with a whole bunch of chickens. That will happen. I don't know when it's gonna happen. It's gonna be when I'm in a silly mood, but we're gonna do it. A common skate tripe. Giant bear tooth figurine was stolen. Oh, we're done. That was it. Most recently, stole the grizzly bear tooth figurine from Plan Steals. All right, we might have to check out the rock Bust-Uzum, Dawn Twilight the Rapid. The enemy of basically everybody. Like seriously, everybody. Let's see here, 83 notable kills. Saffron Mountains is its lair. Let's find Saffron Mountains. How many named kills? 83 notable kills. 256 others. That's quite the kill count. Bust-Uzum, I look forward to dying to you. I mean, visiting you. I mean, I don't know. Idrath Guilt Wealthy the Hot, huh? You don't have nearly as much history as The Rock does. You only have 41 notable kills and 93 others. You're like not even significant. This Hydra's dead. Ooh, this Bronze Colossus has got some history to him. Ooh. Ooh, ooh. 191 other kills and some named ones, including an elf vampire. And that rock killed a whole bunch of unnamed things. This Colossus killed 274 named creatures, including Gilgis the Kobold. Related site, ransacked, scorched the Ace Blaze. Everybody remember that one, because I won't. We already looked at a rock. We already looked at a rock. I already looked at a Bronze Colossus and a rock. There's still a lot of rocks around. Forgotten Beast, the spidery deep of demons. I feel like we're not going to encounter very many Forgotten Beasts in adventure mode. Like, I'd have to be pretty deep in order to find one, I would guess. Titans and stuff like that would probably encounter, I guess. Beretha the Hellish Dungeon. But this is why it's still the Age of Myth, is because no one's killed any of the Forgotten Beasts, apparently. Like, seriously, we've killed like 5, maybe? Hill Titan, Brush Titan, Mountain Titan. The Cyclopean. You began wandering in year 1 and you've done nothing significant since? A huge one-eyed honey eater. What the heck is a honey eater? It's a bird. He's a bird. A huge one-eyed honey eater. It has a pair of knobby antennae and moves about carelessly. Its lavender feathers are patchy. Beware its poisonous sting. I mean, you started wandering in year 1. You haven't done anything significant since then. A female emaciated creature. Luckily that one's dead, but this dark horror is still around. Hey, Juggernaut. That is not English. That is Greek. How you doing? I'm assuming it's Greek, of course. Good day to you. I mean, for dark horror, I guess you're fine. You've killed 8 things. Sure. You've done some things. Dwarven goddess, dwarven god, dwarven goddess, bobcat goddess. Let's ignore that. I mean, it's fine. Oh, a gray fiend. Is this the gray fiend I was looking at? Anaya Necrobone, the dust of burying, was a gray fiend. He was the first of his kind, a towering skink twisted into humanoid form with lidless eyes. It has a bloated body, its gray scales are jagged and close set. Beware its poisonous gas. Anaya was associated with death. In the late winter of 214, Sullen Empire was offered to Anaya of the Dungeon of Waxing by the elf Pari Bluntwaxed. Sullen Empire is a legendary bronze spear decorated with well-crafted giant ibex bone. I want this spear. It's killed one thing. I want that spear. Sullen Empire. Just taking some notes, you know. Let's see here. Anyway, so Anaya thrust a spire of Slade up from the underworld, naming it the Towers of Dust, and established a gateway between worms in Terror Flems. That sounds terrible. In the late autumn of 215, the Passionate Standards held a wrestling competition in Boulder Colts as part of the Mountainous Celebration. Competing were Anaya and the Lizard Devil Baza Nightmare Fog, not Frog, the Misty Shadows. The Lizard Devil Baza was the victor. Huh. And won again in 216? That's got to be so embarrassing. How could you reasonably call yourself a gray fiend if you lose to a lizard devil in a wrestling competition? All right, Terror Flems. We might have to go there. Sounds like a lovely place. Yeah. Killed 12 people. Couple of goblins, couple of elves, couple of humans. Really kind of reasonable. Ozid Belted Terror, the goblin. There's a force. A Kia god. Oh my goodness. That's a female lizard devil, but that's not the same one. That's a totally different one. Plum Helmet Man God? Alright, let's go. This is the Momentous Realm.